Attention, duelists. Phoenix here, bringing you a special Master Duel Monday. I know you're asking, Phoenix, what makes this one so special? Well, I'll tell you, viewer who asked an obvious question, this is Watch and Learn number 52. And I do these once a week, which means this is in fact the 1 year anniversary of Watch and Learn. That means you could watch one of these every week. You could also watch them all every day. I'm not your boss. And now this might be a time for celebration. Might even be a time to do something new. But no, it's time for more of the same. Let's watch, let's learn. Alright, we got Duelist B running Labyrinth. Opponent activates Dragon Shrine, sending away Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. Darkworm will summon itself back. Uses Destrudo to summon itself, paying half their life points. Darkworm will then link off into Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon will add Boot Sector Launch. Labyrinth player has no hand traps available. Destrudo and Striker are then going to link together to make Dragunity Romulus. Romulus will add Dragon Ravine to the hand. Activates Dragon Ravine using its effect, discarding Fairy Tale Snow to send away a Apso Router. Apso Router will let them add Rocket Tracer to their hand. Then uses Boot Sector Launch, using Sector's effect to summon Rocket Tracer. Tracer then blows up Boot Sector to summon the Rocket Recharger. Then Tracer will then link off for Guard Dragon Pisty. Recharger will then link off for a second Striker Dragon. Pisty uses its effect to summon back the Rocket Tracer to the zone that two of its monsters point to. Then special summons Red-Ass Darkness Metal Dragon by banishing Pisty. Pisty summons back the Recharge from the graveyard. Then Recharger and Tracer will make Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler will excavate 5. Charlie Seifert, Fusion Destiny, Quick Draw, Rocket Caliber, and Cyframe Gear Gamma. Add to the Seifert, and the others go to grave. Summon Seifert. Seifert will send itself to the graveyard to add Collapse Serpent to hand. Collapse Serpent is summoned by banishing Gamma. Then Collapse Serpent and the Darkness Metal Dragon are going to link together for a Delingerous Dragon. Collapse Serpent, from being sent to the graveyard, will add Wyver Buster to hand. Striker Dragon will then destroy Delingerous to add Rocket Recharger back to hand. A Dark Monster that was special summon was destroyed, so Recharge effect will activate, target Delingerous, and summon back Tracer. Delingerous himself because a Rocket Monster was summoned back. Then makes a link 5 of Boral End Dragon using Delingerous, Romulus, and Chaos Ruler. Boral End will target the Boot Sector, negates effect, summon back Rocket Recharger. Rocket Recharger and Tracer will sync together again for Borreload Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon will target the Romulus in the grave and equip itself. Summons the Wyver Buster by banishing Collapse Serpent. Borreload Savage has 2 negation counters on itself. Makes a Verte using using Striker Dragon and Wyver Buster. Wyver Buster adds another Collapse Serpent to his hand. Verte Anaconda will then send away Fusion Destiny, send away Denier and Malicious. For DPE. Powerful board to break. Let's see if Labyrinth can pull something off. Draws Labyrinth Archfiend. Activates Super Polymerization, discarding Rivalry of Warlords, fusing Boral End with Borreload Savage. Making a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Breaking this is off to a good start. Fusion Dragon will target DPE, gaining DPE's attack stat. DPE will chain its effect to destroy one card they control and one card the opponent controls, blowing up Verte and Venom. Venom's effect will then go off to Raigeki the opponent's board. DPE's effect will then go off to summon itself back later. Ariana is summoned, which adds Welcome Labyrinth. Set Welcome Labyrinth. Ariana swings. Duelist A is down to 400. Not looking great for them. Opponent's turn. DPE's effect will activate to summon itself back. DPE will use its effect, popping itself and one of the opponent's back row, and activating its effect to summon itself back. Player uses Chaos Space, pitching Collapse Serpent, adding a second Wyver Buster to their hand. Chaos Space will banish itself to return Guard Dragon Pisty to the extra deck. Player summons a Seifert, which will discard, send itself and the Wyver Buster in hand to graveyard to add Chaos Dragon Leviner to hand. Leviner, for being summoned, will cause the opponent to send back the one card in their hand. Tools A will banish Malicious to summon Malicious. Denier will use its effect to summon itself, routing Destiny Hero on board, and set the banished Malicious back on top of the deck. Chaos Ruler from the graveyard will banish Wyvern Buster and Verte Anaconda to summon itself back to the field. Then Leviner and Chaos Ruler are going to overlay to make number 22 Zombie Stein. Fairy Tale Snow will banish 7 cards from the player's graveyard to summon herself back. Player links off Malicious, Denier, and Snow for Unicorn. Malicious will be banished from the graveyard to summon Malicious. Malicious and Unicorn are going to make Access Code Talker. Access Code will target Unicorn, gaining 3,000, then start using its effects, banishing a Striker Dragon to get rid of the opponent's Magic Cylinder. Swings with Access Code over Ariana. Zombie Stein will then swing directly for 4,500. Dragon Link beats Labyrinth. Labyrinth was able to break the board, though, so we shall applaud them for that. Alright, looks like we have a Chaos pile with a Shizu. Player activates Chaos Space, pitching Wyvern Buster to add Collapse Serpent. Player will banish Wyvern Buster to summon Collapse Serpent. Chaos Space will banish itself to send Wyvern Buster back into the deck and let them draw 1. Fairy Tale Snow, or add 1. Player summons Rocket Recharger, links that, and Collapse Serpent off for IP Masquerena. That feels a bit early. Collapse Serpent will add Wyvern Buster. Wyvern Buster will summon itself by banishing Collapse Serpent. IP and Wyvern Buster are going to link together. Mix Sprite Elf. This is unusual. Wyvern Buster will add another Collapse Serpent, so they're running 2 of those. Player uses Card Destruction. Opponent is running Eldritch. Opponent lost their Glow Up Bloom, which will use its effect to add Eldritch the Golden Lord. Player uses Dangerous Tsuchinoko, which will pitch Shinobi Necro. Summon the Tsuchinoko. Sprite Elf will summon back the Necro. Player uses Quick Launch to add a Rocket Tracer to the field. Rocket Tracer will pop Shinobi Necro to summon a Silver Rocket Dragon from the deck. Silver Rocket and Recharge are going to sync together for Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler does his Excavate, reveals Diviner, Kelbeck, Chaos Space, and Chaos Space. Everything goes to grave. Kelbeck will send cards away. Player will banish 3 to summon Leviner. Banish a Necroface and a Thunder Dragon Dark. And Leviner's effect will activate because of how it's summoned. Sends a card from the opponent's hand back. Dragon Dark will add Dragon Hawk. And Necroface will make both players banish more. Banished a Dragon Roar and another Necroface. So let's do it again. Dragon Roar will summon Dragon Roar. Necroface will banish some more. Player uses Dragon Hawk, discarding itself to return the Dragon Dark to the field. Leviner and Chaos Ruler will overlay for Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire will detach 1, both players mill 4. Summons the opponent's Eldritch to their own field. The opponent will banish Scarlet Sanguine to set Guardian of the Golden Land. Then Dangerous Tsuchinoko and Zombie Vampire are going to sync together for Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy. Summons Colossus by getting rid of their own Dragon Dark, and ends their turn. During the end phase, Dragon War will turn to hand. The opponent will banish Conquistador to set another Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine. I just want to check something. No, the opponent had nothing they could grab with Dark. Was Dark the best choice of card for them to make? Hard to say. I personally think they should have kept out Tsuchinoko and Zombie Vampire. Bigger bodies. Opponent's turn. Opponent activates Pot of Extravagance, banishing 3. Activates 7 Cities of Golden Land. And activates Elixir of Black Awakening to summon Eldritch the Golden Lord. Player uses Sprite Elf to resummon their IP Masquerena. They could be going for something with that. Opponent activates Maxi, which will resolve. IP hits the board. 7 Cities of the Golden Land will activate. And player uses Fairy Tale Snow, banishing 7. I think the timing here for what they're trying to do might be off. Yes, because they are able to fusion summon before Snow can flip, fusing 2 Eldritch Golden Lords to make Eldritch the Mad Golden Lord. Snow then uses her effect to flip the Mad Golden Lord face down. Eldritch in the Grave will send away their Conquistador to activate its effect. And the opponent will use Mudora, banishing itself, to select a bunch of cards to send back. Eldritch player activates Scarlet Sanguine and chains Elixir of White Destiny. Player uses Keldo, the Sacred Protector's effect, still guaranteeing themselves to get rid of the opponent's cards. Sends back a bunch. Elixir of White Destiny will fizzle. Scarlet Sanguine will go off to summon the Golden Lord. Medora will be able to send back a few. And Eldritch's effect does nothing. IP Masquerena will then use her effect to link together for Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. And now I'm seeing that the player's Maxi was unable to resolve because they activate it in the same turn of their Pot of Extravagance. Extravagance does not let you draw other cards after you use it, so that was a waste. Opponent has 2 set cards, has the Mad Golden Lord flip down, and we'll see what this player can do. Player is revealing Thunder Dragon Roar to activate its effect. Opponent will banish Scarlet Sanguine to set a golden land. Sprite Elf will chain, adding back IP Masquerade to the field once again. Keep saying add when I mean summon. Scarlet Sanguine will set Conquistador. Dragon Roar will add Dragon Hawk back to hand. Dragon Hawk will discard itself, summon a banished Dragon Roar, turns all of his monsters to attack mode. Links together IP Masquerena and Eldritch for a Nightmare Unicorn. Fancy art. Using Unicorn's effect, they pitch Dragon Ravine to send back the Mad Golden Lord. Swings with Underworld Goddess, player activates Conquistador. Goddess will swing over it. Swings with Unicorn. Opponent will activate Guardian of Golden Land, and they will chain Fairy Tale Snow to it. Snow is on the board. Guardian is out with too big a body to just swing over, but Snow is able to flip it down. Attack goes through. Swings with the Colossus, Sprite Elf, and Snow for game. Ishizu Chaos Pile beats Eldritch. We may only be 2 matches in, but I'm enjoying these ones. Sure sounds that this will be another great year of Watch and Learn. And yes, I will do this for another year. I will do this until I die. We got Sky Striker. Opponent summons Dinomorphia Theresia, who will set Dinomorphia Sonic. Sets 3 more back row and passes. They even got the Dinomorphia sleeves. Player activates Soul of the Supreme King to summon Zark, paying half their life points. Paying half their life points is the real reason they run that card. Opponent will activate Afterburners to attempt to pop Zark. Player will banish Soul of the Supreme King and banish Zark. And chain Dinomorphia Frenzy. They're down 2,000 life points. Frenzy will fuse the Dinomorphia Stealth Bergia and Diplos to make Kentragina. Soul of the Supreme King will summon out a couple of monsters. 2 exactly. Bristol Clearwing Synchro Dragon and Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Bristol Clear's effect is when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can activate this effect to the end of the turn. This face-up card is unaffected by the activated effects of your opponent's monsters and gains attack equal to that opponent's monster's original attack. Once per turn when a spell or trap effect is activated, you can negate the activation and destroy that card. If the Synchro Summon card you control is sent to the graveyard by opponent's card, you can add 1 wind monster from your deck to your hand. This was not Synchro Summon, so it will not get that effect, but it is having... This card does have protection from monster effects and is a spell and trap negate. Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon, it was not Fusion Summoned, so it will not gain that effect. And negate the active effects of monsters with 0 attack. At the end of the damage step, when this card attacks an opponent's monster, but the monster is not destroyed, you can banish that opponent's monster. I like the Pendulum Dragon monsters. I like the Pendulum Fusion Dragons. I just wish they were a bit more efficient. Player will then tribute the Clearwing Crystal Clear Synchro Dragon to summon Gamma Seal. Kentrigina will use her effect to copy the effect of Dynamorphia Frenzy, this time fusing a Kentrigina from Nyxdrek and Theresia to make Dynamorphia Rex turn. Player activates Dark Hole. Player uses Dynamorphia Sonic to negate. Dynamorphia player down to 500, which is where they want to be. They do lose Kentrigina. Kentrigina was destroyed by card effects. They'll show someone back Diplos. Diplos will then send away a Dynamorphia card. Player summons Ray, links her off into Kagari. Kagari moving to battle, swings at Diplos. Rextrum will pay half his life points, activating its effect. Player activates Mobilize, Skystriker Mobilize Linkage. Dynamorphia Domain will chain. Domain's effect goes off. Linkage will swap out Kagari for Shizuku. Rextrum's effect will activate, reducing the opponent's monster's attack points to their life points. So, Shizuku is down to 250. During the end phase, her attack stat goes back. Passes turn to the Dynamorphia player. Theresia and Diplos are going to link together. For Nightmare Phoenix, player summons Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, which will sync together with Gamma Seal for Psychic and Punisher. Rextrum will use its effect again, paying half of its life points, putting him down to 125. Psychic and Punisher in the battle phase will activate its effect to gain the difference in their player's life points as attack points, putting it at 10,575. Swings at Shizuku, dealing 10,450 damage. End game. Dynamorphia beats Sky Striker. Oh, we got Neos. Opponent sets 4 back row and passes. Got a weird Neos. Player draws Vision Hero Increase. Summons Prisma using its effect, revealing Elemental Hero Nebula Neos, which will send away Grand Mole. Fire Flint Lady will summon herself by having a warrior on field, and the two will link together for Isolde, Two Tales of Noble Knights. Isolde's effect will activate, but she will be stopped by Forbidden Droplet. Not a great spot for the Neos player to be in. Attempts to use Isolde's effect again, which just amounts to sending away equip cards because her effect is negated, but the cost is not. Player uses Polymerization, fusing Neos with Increase for Elemental Hero Sunrise. They've still got plays. Sunrise's effect will activate to add Miracle Fusion to hand. Moving to battle, Isolde will swing. Opponent activates Called By to get rid of Increase. That feels premature. Isolde's attack goes through. Sunrise follows up. Hero player passes. Back to Duelist A, who's running a lot of Kurikara card stuff I'm seeing. Sets a back row and passes. 2 of their back row did nothing this turn, so I wouldn't worry too much about those. Hero player uses Miracle Fusion, banishing Grand Mole and Neos. Hard to guess it's a Brave Neos. Hey, I'm right. They do have lethal on board. Swings the Brave Neos. Sunrise effect will activate to pop a card, which is another Called By. They should have targeted the new card their opponent set, though. If the opponent didn't use it last turn, why would they use it this turn? It is destroyed. Brave Neos tech does go through. Duelist A is looking pretty rough. Swings with Sunrise. Her game. Not quite sure what Duelist A was running there. All we saw him do was 3 cards. When we saw him have 4 cards. The world may never know what was to become of that man. He's in the ground now. And we got Flu. No one is safe from them. Opponent summons Live Twin Lila, which will bring out Frost, activate Sprite Starters to summon Sprite Carrot, special summons a Live Twin Treat, overlays both Lilas for Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic uses its effect, attaching it to summon Sprite Blue. Sprite Blue was summoned, which will add Sprite Jet. Sprite Jet will summon itself, then using its effect to add Sprite Smashers. Jet and Blue are going to make, excuse me, Sprite Elf. Then Live Twin Frost and Gigantic Sprite are going to make Artifact Dagda. Sprite Elf will use its effect targeting the Frost in the grave. Dagda will chain. This is setting up for something gross that won't stop their opponent. Sets Artifact Scythe. Elf brings back Frost. Dagda and Frost are then going to link together to make Evil Twin Kiss a Kill. Kiss a Kill will use her effect, so when Live Twin Treat, Live Twin Treat and Evil Twin Kiss a Kill are going to make Evil Twin Lil La. Evil Lil La will summon back Kiss a Kill. Lets them draw a card. Links the twins together again for another Evil Twin Kiss a Kill. Sets 3 back row. That might do something. And passes. Player draws Deity Crow, activates Pot of Extravagance. Banishing 6. That will be hit by Ash Blossom. Player activates Harpy's Feather Duster on their own. Sprite player uses Solemn Judgment. Old Man Say No. Summons Robina. Sprite player activates Sprite Starter. Starter summoning Sprite Carrot. No, that's red. They already had Carrot. Blue player summons Eaglin. Red will use its effect to negate Eaglin's effect on summon. Elf will chain. Deity Crow will chain, so that Elf cannot summon back Kiss Kill. Which ultimately is probably fine. Artifact Scythe would not do much against a Flue player anyway. Eaglin go bye-bye. Dagda's effect activates anyway to pop Scythe. Blue player sets a Book of Moon. It is now the Sprite player's turn once again. Using Elf's effect, targeting Kiss Kill. She does come back now, because they had 2 in grave originally. Kiss Kill brings back Lil La. Lil La will pop the Robina. Sorry, I had to hit the mute button for a sec, because some people don't know how to have polite cars. Moves all their monsters to attack mode after having popped Robina. Moving to battle. Swing Live Twin Kiss Kill. Attempts to swing with Carrot. Activates Book of Moon to attempt to flip a card. Carrot will get rid of the Live Twin to negate Book of Moon. Attack goes through. Swing with Red. Swing with Elf. And swing with Trouble Sunny. Trouble Sunny with its effect to tribute itself, summon back the Evil Twins, and finish off with them for game. Sprite Twin beats Flue. There's no reason for people to have cars that loud. Y'all look like an ass. Tri-Brigade Zoo. Have not seen one of you dinosaurs in a while. Player activates Small World, a card I do not understand. Small World will reveal Nemesis Keystone, a card I've never seen before. Reveals that from the hand, reveals Maxi from the deck, banishes the Keystone, adds Zayamin, and banishes the Maxi. Player summons Zayamin, paying 600. Zayamin will be hit by an Effect Veiler. These 2 Effect Veilers might be enough to stop Punk from going off. Punk player ends turn. 1 negation, and they do nothing. Duelist A activates Foolish Burial. Punk player using Ash Gloss. No one dies today. Summons Zodiac Ramram. Turns Ramram into Borbo. Moves to battle. Borbo swing. Main phase 2. Borbo turn into Chuckanine. Chuckanine turn into Drident. Drident into Zeus. 4-stack Zeus. Player passes. Punk's turn. Activates Zayamin's effect again. Adding Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune using its effect, discarding itself and sending away a Zaemon from hand to summon a Zaemon from deck. Hang on, was that just all 3 Zaemons in play? Yeah, there's 2 in the grave. So, Foxy Tune sending away itself, sending away a Zaemon, summon a Zaemon. Zaemon uses its effect, targeting Zaemon, tributing Zaemon to summon Deer Note. Everyone follow that? Great. Zeus uses its effect, shuffle away the board. Deer Note's effect will activate to summon back Foxy Tune. Player passes. Player draws Cross. Moves Zeus to attack mode, swings over Foxy Tune. Sets Cosmic Cyclone, and passes. They are fully content to slow roll this victory in. Opponent summons Adamantipator Seeker. Uses Zeus's effect before Seeker can use its Excavation. Punk player passes Zeus's Adamaterial. Player draws Ram. Summons Karas. Karas will banish Couple. Summon Tri-Brigade Shirag. Moving to battle, swings with Shirag. Swings with Zeus. And Karas is lethal. Tri-Zoo beats Punk. We got another hero player. Opponent activates Piercing the Darkness and passes. Strongest Dark Magician opener. Hero player draws Stratos. Strongest hero opener activates Fusion Destiny. That's too soon. The opponent activates Psyframe Gear Delta to negate the effect of a spell. Delta summons itself in Driver. Fusion Destiny, say no. Piercing the Darkness won't activate because a normal monster will summon with them draw a card. Player activates Triple Tactics. Look at their opponent's hand, shuffle a card back. They are just running Psyframes. And I believe, did I just see? I cannot rewind that, but I think I saw a Sprite card, which does match because I think the Psyframes are level 2 monsters. Player summons Stratos. Stratos effect activate, adding Ferris to hand. Ferris using its effect, discarding Shadow Mist, summoning itself. Ferris and Shadow Mist effect will go off. Shadow Mist adding Denier. Ferris will set Increase. Increase will use its effect to tribute Ferris, summon itself, and Vion. Vion will send away a Liquid Soldier. Vion will then banish Ferris to add Polymerization. Uses Polymerization, using Denier and Malicious in hand. We have DPE at home. We have Fusion Destiny at home, really. Increase and Vion are then going to link together for Extra Hero Wonder Driver. Malicious will activate its effect to banish itself to summon its twin. It was summoned to an arrow that Wonder Driver points to, which will let them reset Polymerization. DPE will pop Malicious and Piercing the Darkness, activate Polymerization. I may have said the words wrong there. Fuses Wonder Driver with Stratos for Sunrise. Sunrise will add Miracle Fusion to hand. Activate Miracle Fusion. Using Wonder Driver and Liquid Soldier. Making absolute 0. Liquid Soldier will let them draw 2, pitch 1, pitching the Ash Blossom. That could be a risk. Uses Denier's effect, summon itself back to the field. Set the banished Malicious back into the deck. Banish the other Malicious that was still in the graveyard to summon Malicious from the deck. Move to battle. Malicious swing over a Psyframe. Activate Mask Change to turn that Malicious into Dark Law. No, Anki. Anki swing over the other Psyframe. Anki uses effect to add Mask Change. Swings Denier. Swing DPE. Swing with Sunrise. Activate Mask Change to turn Denier into Dark Law. Play activate Psyframe Gear Alpha. Summons itself and a driver, adding Psyframe Circuit as well. Dark Law's effect to activate, getting rid of a card they just drew, which is Sprite Starter. Player swings with Sunrise over an opponent's monster, swings with Absolute Zero to pop that opponent's the other monster, and then get to redeclare attack, going direct, and then Dark Law for the final direct attack and game. Based hero player. Blue Eyes Sky Striker? Player activates Cup of Ace, losing the coin toss. Opponent gets 2 cards. They need them. Activates another Cup of Ace. This time getting it right. We have Pot of Greed at home. Player has 1 card in their extra deck. Activates Perform Pal Popper Up, discarding 2, adding 3, paying half their life points, summoning Majestic Mech Goku, and losing 2,400 life points. Still has 3 back row. It's a self-destruct deck. The best way for a Blue Eyes player to win. Player activates Jamming Waves. Opponent activates Destruction of Destiny. This is probably the end. I'm right. But you know that Blue Eyes player is taking this win to the bank. Oh, they're riding high off of that one. We got Branded Lair of Darkness. Player activates Branded Fusion. Opponent will chain Max C. I'm just looking at their icons now, and I don't like their smug aura. Fusing Darkest Diabolos with Fallen of Albaz for Lubellion. Lubellion will use its effect, pitching the second Branded Fusion, fusing itself with Fallen of Albaz to make Mirror Jade Iceblade. Arma the Wicked Beast will pitch itself and attempt to add Lair of Darkness. Ash Blossom say no. Sets Dimensional Barrier and Trap Trick and pass. Opponent's turn, they set 1. Summon Mataion the Time Lord. It swings at Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade loses effect, sending away an Albion to banish Mataion. Albion will add Branded Fusion. Bringing in face, player activates Trap Trick, sending away Eradicator Epidemic Virus, setting another one. Activating Eradicator Epidemic, which will tribute Mirror Jade, declaring the trap. Pretty successful, and seeing the opponent has 3 more Time Lords in hand. Darkest Diabolos will summon itself because a dark monster control was tributed. Draws Lilith, Lady of Lament, activates Branded Fusion, sending away Fallen of Albaz and Fallen of Albaz to make Lubellion once more. Lubellion will pitch Lilith, fuse Albion and Fallen of Albaz to make Mirror Jade. Why'd they summon Lubellion in defense mode? You missed out on lethal. Player swings Darkest Diabolos and Mirror Jade and passes. Player draws Harpy's Feather Duster. Activates it, because why not? Opponent activates Dimensional Barrier, declaring Xyz monster, because why not? Player summons Gabrion. Mirror Jade will banish once again. Time Lord player passes their turn. Back to the Lair Branded. Draws another Arma. Pitch itself to add Lair of Darkness. Sorry, Arima. Did not mean to insult the man by getting his name wrong. Swings Mirror Jade for the game. If they had summoned Lubellion in attack mode, that game would have been 2 turns shorter. We have Adamancipators. Opponent summons Sword Soul Moye, revealing Sword Soul Taya. Gets token. Activates Vessel for the Dragon Cycle, which will send away Tenny Spirit Vashuda in order to add Ashuna. Moye and token will then make Chishao. Chishao Moye combo. Using Moye to chain block Chishao. Draw 1, add 1. Of course, add Long Wan. Long Wan reveal self. Pitch Ashuna, summon self and token. Sync together. Aron de Fleur. Long Wan burn for 1200. Set 1 back row and pass. Adamancipators draws called by. Summons Doki Doki. Doki Doki pitch Quacky Mirror Supplier. Chishao will banish Long Wan to negate. Moves to battle. Doki Doki swings into Chishao. Player will then banish 3 Earths to summon Block Dragon. Seems odd, but I guess it's what they do. I mean, player can just use Baron to pop and then swing and they have game. Sword Soul player summons Taya. Taya banish Moye. Get token. Vishuda will banish itself to return Black Dragon to the hand. Player starts swinging for game. Sword Soul beats Adamantipator. Who's surprised? No one. We got punks. Opponent sets 1 back row and passes. Punks with instant. Oh, I know this deck. This is the one that won the thing. Activates Cosmic Cyclone, targeting the opponent's set card, which was Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Activates Instant Contact, summoning Elemental Aqua Neos, but then summons Punk Zeomen, which adds Foxy Tune, using its effect. Zeomen and Aqua Neos will sync together. Make Baron de Fleur. Foxy Tune uses its effect, discarding itself. And the Shirokusai to summon an Ogre Dance. Did I clock that right? Yeah, it sent Shirakusai to summon Shirakusai. Then Shirakusai will fuse itself with Ogre Dance to summon Rising Carp. Carp will then tribute itself, summon a Wagon and Deer Note. Wagon will add Jam Session. Activate the session. Deer Note and Wagon sync together for Jam Dragon Drive. Jam Dragon will pay 600. Deer Note's effect will activate, targeting Shirakusai. Deer Note summon back Shirakusai. Jam Dragon add Madam Spider. Jam Session is such a good card. Shirakusai and Dragon Drive will then sync together for Psychic and Punisher. Moon to battle. Pep will gain the difference in life points as attack points. Swings Baron, swings Pep, game. Pep beats, or Punk beats, we don't know what. Sorry for the dead air. Oh, good lordy, we got a Blue Eyes. Opponent summons Ecclesia, uses her effect to swap out for Moye. I am already voting for Sword Soul in this match. Reveal Sword Soul Sacred Summit to get a token. Sync together. Chishao. Chishao Moye combo. Draw 1, add 1, add Long Wan. Long Wan effect, pitching Taya, summon self and token. Sync together, make Baron, burn 1200. Activate Sword Soul Emergence, target Taya, summon him back. Taya effect, banish Long Wan, summon token, sync together. Adamantipator, Risen Dragite, and they do have a water engrave, so they can use its negation. Taya will send away Ashina from the deck. Passes. Blue Eyes player's turn. Set, pass. That tracks. Opponent will activate Baron's effect, popping the opponent's set card, turns Baron to attack mode, summons Taya. Taya banishes Taya, summons token. Sync together. Boxia, Brightness of the Yang Zing. Taya's effect will activate, Boxia will chain. Boxia send away the set card. Taya send away Adhara, move to battle, swing Dragite, swing Baron, and swing Chishao for game. Unsurprisingly, Blue Eyes loses to Sword Soul. Oh, good lord, we got Adamantipator Ishizu. Opponent activates Sprite for Patchwork, adding Polymerization. And Edgem Chain. Activates Branded Opening, pitching the chain to summon Aliber. Aliber and Chain's effects will resolve. Edgem Chain adding another Fright for Patchwork. Aliber adding Branded Fusion. Activates Branded Fusion, sending away Albaz and Tragedy, makes Lubellion. A combo about as predictable as Shishamoye. Lubellion will pitch card to activate its effect. Tragedy's effect will activate in the grave, adding Ad Libitum. Lubellion will fuse itself with Fallen of Albaz for Mirror Jade. Sits 2 back row and passes. That one's branded in red. Player uses Adamantipator Analyze effect, summon itself because they control the monsters the opponent does. Mirror Jade will chain to banish Albion, to banish Analyzer. Player then summons Analyzer, the second one they had, using its Excavation. They will summon Kwakimeru Guardian. Researcher will summon herself, then use her Excavation. That's a lot of Guardians. Summon a Guardian. Sync together a Guardian and the Analyzer. No, overlay them for Gallant Granite. Gallant Granite will detach a unit to add Block Dragon, Prismatic Rare. Then Researcher and Kwakimeru Guardian are going to sync together for Risen Raptite. Raptite uses its Excavation. One hit. Summoning Tackle Crusader. Tackle Crusader and Gallant Granite are going to then link together for also the Earth Charmer Immovable. Banish just a couple of Earth monsters to summon Block Dragon. Opponent will activate Branded Banishment, targeting Despian Tragedy. Adamantipator player will activate Called By, targeting the Tragedy, so it will not be able to resolve Banishment. Then Alsa and the Block Dragon are going to link together to make Sprite Elf. This is a hell of a pile deck they're running. Block Dragon's effect will activate, adding Seeker, whatever the hell that thing is, and Gigantes. It's Kartorhin, the hidden gem of the seafront. Look at this adorable little freak. Let's read this guy off. You can discard this card and normal summon 1 Earth or Water monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only guess effect once per turn. If you control an Earth and a Water monsters, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of Kartorhin, the hidden gem of the seafront, once per turn. Discard Kartorhin. Use Seeker's effect to summon itself. Seeker will excavate. 1 hit. Summon Xenoguitar. Seeker and Risen Raptite will make Risen Dragite. Dragite will use its effect. 1 hit. Only 1 hit. Bouncing Mirror Jade. Banishes some Earths to summon Block Dragon. Sprite Elf will use its effect to summon Seeker. Summons Gigantes by banishing a Guardian. Seeker, Xenoguitar, and Gigantes are going to all then sync together for Baron de Fleur. Xenoguitar's effect will activate to return Risen Raptite to the extra deck. The Gem of the Seafront will summon itself to the field. Then that and Block Dragon are going to link together. IP Masquerena. Block Dragon will summon itself once more by banishing more Earth monsters. Xenoguitar uses effect to send away Revival Golem because it was banished. Revival Golem being sent from the deck to the grave will summon itself. Revival Golem and IP are going to link together for Nightmare Unicorn. Unicorn will pitch Kildo to spin Aliber. Moon to battle, Block Dragon swing. Baron swing. Dragite swing. Adamantipator, Punk, Sprite, Pile, Beats. Branded. It's getting hard to classify these decks. Alright, I was looking at another ship for a second. Okay, we have a Dark Magician player. Opponent will reveal Junk Converter, discarding Activating its effect, discarding Junk Synchron and Junk Converter. Dealing Max C. Max C sent away in response. Ash Blossom in response to that Max C. Junk Converter resolves unimpeded. Synchron is added. Summon Synchron, targeting Junk Converter. Converter and Synchron make Junk Speeder. Speeder's effect go off, summon a bunch of tuners. Junk Converter will activate, targeting Junk Synchron. Synchron is on board. Speeder, summon tuners. Jet, Fleur, another Junk, and Quick Draw. Jet and Junk are going to sync together. Make Stardust Charge Warrior. That lets him draw a card. Jet Synchron's effect will activate to add a Junk monster to hand. Adding another Junk Converter. Stardust Charge Warrior draws this card. Stardust and Fleur are going to sync together. For Stardust Dragon. I'm going to make a wild stance here some people might agree with. Stardust Dragon is ugly. Player summons Junk Converter, which that and another Junk Synchron will sync together once more for a second Junk Speeder. This Junk Speeder and Junk Synchron are going to sync together as well for Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Player sets one and passes. Not the worst board. Dark Magic Circle is activated, adding Secrets of Dark Magic. Setting Eternal Soul activates Raigeki. Stardust Dragon will say no, because that's what it do. Magician player passes turn, but during the end phase, Stardust comes back. And Doppel Warrior will respond because the monster came back from the graveyard by summoning itself. Player activates Monster Reborn, targeting Junk Synchron. Opponent will activate Eternal Soul, adding 1,000 Knives. Monster Reborn will resolve then. Doppel Warrior and Junk Synchron are going to sync together for an Excel Synchron. Moon to battle, Stardust will swing, as will Crystal Wing. Player sets one card, main phase 2, Excel Synchron will send away a Synchron Explorer to reduce its level. Dark Magician player do nothing. You're so helpful. Synchro player moves right to battle, swings with Crystal Wing. Player activates Eternal Soul to add 1,000 Knives again. And swing goes through. Synchro player actually playing the game beats Dark Magician player who is, I don't know, doing their taxes. Also, it's April. Do your taxes. We got Mayakashi. Opponent activates Chain Energy. Burning themselves, so it's probably a self-destruct deck. There's Goku N, so yes they are. Goku N go bye-bye, burn 2,400. Mayakashi might just have a chance to win this. Summons Hajun, the Winged Mayakashi. Player activates Destruction of Destiny, and changes Extinction on Schedule. Destruction of Destiny gets 2 hits. Hajun does summon a monster, and to save us all time, they're just going to move to battle and swing for game. I still don't know why these self-destruct decks exist. Oh, good lord, we got frogs. Use a Swap Frog to discard Swap Frog to special summon itself, which is Swap Frog, and send away a Ronin Totem. Ronin Totem will banish Swap Frog to summon itself. Ronin Totem and Swap Frog will then make Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite, summon Sprite Blue. Sprite Blue, add Sprite Jet. Sprite Blue and Gigantic link together. Make Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf, target Swap Frog, summon it back. Swap Frog, send away Swap Frog. Special summon Sprite Jet. Jet add starter. Ronin Toadin, banish Swap Frog from the grave. Summon itself. Ronin and Swap link together. And make IP. Ronin Toadin, banish Swap Frog. Summon itself. Activate Sprite Starter. Summoning Sprite Red. Jet and Ronin Toadin. Overlay. Number 29, Mannequin Cat. Pass turn. During the opponent's turn, use Sprite Elf's effect, targeting Sprite Blue. Chain called by targeting Sprite Blue. IP Masquerader's effect will go off in order to do a link summon. Sprite Elf and IP then become Avramax. Difficult to out. Let's see what Duel Stay has. Summons Metaphys Ragnarok. Player will chain Maxi to its effect. Ragnarok will banish 3, gaining 300 attack points. Sets a card and passes. About what I expect from Metaphys. Player turns Sprite Red to attack mode. Mannequin Cat swings over Ragnarok. Avramax goes direct. Player activates Drowning Mirror Force. That will out the board. Main phase 2, Sprite player uses Pot of Avarice. Targets 5. Avarice does resolve. Activates E-Telly, summoning Cyframe Gear Gamma. Then summons Wind Up Kitten. Overlays the 2 into Gigantic Sprite. Let's see him do it again. Gigantic Sprite summons Sprite Blue. Sprite Blue is still under called by, so its effect will not go off. Gigantic and Blue then makes Sprite Elf. Elf uses its effect, summon Kitten. Pass turn. During the opponent's main phase, Sprite Elf will summon Sprite Blue. Sprite Blue adds Sprite Jet. Metaphys player passes. Sprite player draws Sprite Starter. Activate Starter to summon Red. Use Elf effect to summon Cyframe Gear Gamma. Specials out Jet. Jet adds Gamma Burst. Turn all their monsters to attack mode. Activate Gamma Burst. All their monsters that are level or rank 2 gain 1400. Start swinging for the beatdown of the century. And there you have it. Sprite with Frogs beats Metaphys. Although, in all fairness, I think a stiff breeze would knock over Metaphys. Oh my god, it's a Monarch player. Sets 2, sets 1 monster, and passes. Opponent sets 4 back row, and during the in-phase, player activates by Order of the Emperor. When a monster effect is activated, that activates when a monster is normal summoned. You can negate the activation. Then the player's effect activation was negated, draws 1 card. I wouldn't run that. Player tributes Samsara Kaiser for Rise of the Storm Monarch. Kaiser's effect will activate, which will be chained to by the Gravedigger's Trap Hole that was targeted by Ryza. Card goes to grave. Ryza swings direct. Kaiser's effect was negated by Trap Hole. Passes. Resets a card in the zone that Gravedigger was in. Passes back to the Monarch player. Draws Reinforced Truth. Sets it. Summons Emperor Sem. Player activates Imperm. Doesn't really matter. Swings with Sem and Ryza. Duels A looking a little rough. Player sets 1, activates Monster Reborn, targeting Samsara Kaiser. Player chains Reinforced Truth. Truth will summon Fortress Warrior. Looks like player's just going for bodies to block. Monarch player activates Card Advance. Opponent chains Magic Drain. Card advance negated. Fisher. Fisher destroys the Kaiser. Boost to battle. Sem will swing. Opponent will activate Jelly Cannon, sending back Ryza. This is a weird match. Player passes. If they had turned Fortress Warrior to attack mode, they would have won by now. Duelist A sets 2 more back row and passes. Dual Speed draws another Fisher. Now moves Fortress Warrior to attack mode. Swings with Emperor Sem. Player activates Jelly Cannon. Sem go bye-bye. Fortress Warrior swings. And it goes through for game. I'm not going to dignify what I just saw by giving them deck classifications. No, I will actually. Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! Wins. They were both Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, it's self-destruct. Opponent activates Despia Theater Branded, sets 1 and passes. Weakest Despia opening. Player activates Cybernetic Fusion Support. Summons the Garbage Lord, activates Perform Pal Popper Up, discarding 2, drawing 2, blows himself up. I don't know if that says Duelist A reduced dual speed's life points to 0. That's not how that worked. We got Blue Eyes. Set, pass. Starlight Road's wasted here because you only have 1 monster in each spot. And as far as I know, there's no card that completely wipes out monsters and spells and traps. So unless it is a card that targets 2 and pops them, that will not help you. Opponent activates Cyber Emergency, adding Cyber Dragon. Specials out Cyber Dragon, summons Cyber Dragon Core. Player activates Effect Builder in response to Core. So Core will not be able to use effect to add a spell trap. Core and Cyber will make Verte. Alright, keep you on today. Verte send away Overload Fusion. Use Cyber and Cyber for Chimera Tech Rampage. Rampage will then pop Starlight Road. Rampage send away Hers and Nashter. Hers will add Nashter. Back to hand. Rampage swing over the Whitestone of Ancients, or Whitestone of Legend, which will add Blue Eyes White Dragon. Rampage then swings direct twice, and Verte goes direct once. Cyber Dragon player sets 1 and passes. Blue Eyes player activates Ancient Rules, summoning the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Then activates Raigeki. Lightning Bolt say bye-bye. Moon to battle, Blue Eyes will swing direct. Both players are actually pretty even. My money is still highly on the Cyber player. Cyber player uses Nashter's effect, discarding a Hers to summon itself. Hers effect will then activate, and Nashter will activate as well, targeting Rampage Dragon. Rampage Dragon come back. Hers adds Cyber Dragon. Player summons Cyber Dragon Core, or adds Cyber Dark Realm. Activate the Realm. The Realm adds Cyber Dark Chimera. Realm lets them summon Cyber Dark Chimera, which Chimera and Core are then going to link together for Cyber Dragon Seeger. Rampage Dragon will send away 2, giving itself more attacks. Seeger boosts its effect to bump up Rampage Dragon's attack stat. Swings over Blue Eyes, and goes direct for game. Cyber beats Blue. Future is now, old man. Oh, good God Almighty, we got a Raw player. Opponent summons Breaker the Magical Warrior. That's it. Raw player draws their second Raw Disciple. Summons Raw's Disciple, which summons the one from the hand and one from the deck, then activates Ancient Chant, adding the Winged Dragon of Ra. Ancient Chant will then banish itself, let them summon Ra by tributing the Ancient Disciples. Holy god. It gains attack points equal to their combined attack points, then pays until they have 1 life point left and gains the difference, and then swings over Breaker for game. That is a Royal Rare Ra. That's the best one he's going to get with that deck. We got Hero Player. Had to double check it. Opponent summons Max C, links it off immediately. For Salaman Great Almirage. Links off Almirage for Secure Gardna. Secure Gardna's effect will activate. Dogmatica Maxus will banish Almirage to summon itself. Send 2 cards from each player's extra deck. Activates Therion Disc Elysium. Let me just check this. Yeah, their opponents are the ones they wouldn't use. Disc Elysium adds Regulus. Regulus effect activate. Targeting their banished, the sent away Cyber Dark Dragon that they had. Therion summons itself, equipping the card. Player activates Nibiru. Regulus say no. Player still has Nibiru in hand though. Activates Secret Rules of the Spellcasters over the Disc Elysium. Sets a back row. Titaniclad that was sent away by Maximus effect will activate and will be stopped by Ash Blossom. Not saying the hero player has nothing, but it's looking not great. They draw Foolish Burial, that could be what they need, but instead they just set a droplet and pass. Maximus uses its effect again, both players send away 2. Entis, though sent away, will pop the Forbidden Droplet. Move to battle, Secure Garden will swing. And during the end phase, Titaniclad will activate again to summon Dogmatica Ecclesia the Virtuous, who will add Dogmatica Fleur de Lis. Now it's looking bad for the hero player, who draws Shadow Mist. Set Shadow Mist, you could... Alright, they can't use cards, because Secret Village, I forgot. No, this is just bad. Maximus effect again. Send 2 more. Entis again. Pop Shadow Mist activate. Stopped by Ash Blossom. Yeah, Dogmatic players got this one. And they know to play around Nibiru. They use Cyframe Lord Omega, return itself and Entis. Swings with Secure Gardna, not even swing with Ecclesia. They are making this painful. Hero player draws Denier. Summons Denier. Denier will set Disc Commander on top of their deck. Denier then swings at Secure Gardna. Player sends away Titaniclad by using Dogmatica Punishment, which will pop Denier. Then Titaniclad, which was sent away, will summon an Ecclesia the Virtuous, will add White Knight of Dogmatica. Maximus effect again. Sent away Herald of Arclight. Herald will add Dogmatic Calamity. Activate Calamity. Send away Framelord Omega to summon White Knight of Dogmatica. Turns all their monsters to attack mode. Activates Fleur de Lis effect in the hand to summon her. Moves to battle. Dogmatica Ecclesia swings. Fleur de Lis gives all Dogmatics a boost. And proceeds to beat this person to death. Uses Dynatag to attempt to do something, but Secure Garden will even protect the player from taking the effect damage. So Dogmatica gets a flawless victory. Sad. Right in the pepperoni. Oh, good lord. Good lord. After narrate these. Player summons Blackwing Gust the Back Blast. Use the effect of Blackwing Auster. Sorry, they special summon Gust the Back Blast. The control note cards. Then summons Auster the South Wind, and then special summons Chris the Crack of Dawn. Chris and Gus will then make Raid Raptor Wise Strix. Wise Strix effect will activate, and the opponent will chain Max C. Should have done that sooner, bud. Wise Strix will summon Zephyr, Zephyros the Elite, Zephyros and Ouster will make Raid Raptor Force Strix. Force Strix will detach Zephyros, and its effect will be stopped by Ash Bloss. Bloss. Wise Strix effect will activate, setting a rank up magic, and passing. Yeah, Raid Raptor's rank up. Opponent activates Zombie World. Dual speed chains Max C to that. Summons Unizombie. Unizombie will send away Mizuki. Jacko Bolin will discard Glow Up Bloom in order to summon itself. Phantom Knight's rank up magic force will activate, targeting the Force Strix. And with the cards they sent away, they're able to rank it up to our Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon. Jacko Bolin hits the board. Glow Up Bloom was sent away while Zombie World's on field, so it will banish itself and add Al Ghul Mazera. Unizombie's effect will activate, discarding Necroworld Banshee, adjusting the level of Jacko Bolin. And the two will then make Avenged Savior. Moving to battle, Avenged Savior will swing at Arsenal Falcon, sending away another Jacko Bolin to make Arsenal Falcon weak. Arsenal Falcon for being destroyed. We'll let the player summon Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon and attach the Arsenal Falcon as material. And Force Strix will let the player set rank up magic launch. Phantom Knight's rank up magic launch. Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon during the end phase. Once during the end phase, you make all monsters your opponent controls lose 1,000 attack, and your opponent controls no face-up monsters that inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Though Avenged Savior gets smaller. Ultimate Falcon will detach the material, reduce the attack of Avenged Savior to 0. Activates Black Whirlwind, summons Boar the Spear, gets to add Gale the Whirlwind, summons Gale the Whirlwind. Gale and Wise Strix will make Phantom Knight's Rusty Bardiche. Rusty Bardiche will send away a Raider's Wing and set a Shade Brigadine. Activates Brigadine to summon itself. Brigadine and Boar the Spear will then overlay into Gaga Gaga Magician. Rusty Bardiche will pop Zombie World. Gaga 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 will activate to summon back Arsenal Falcon. Swings with Ultimate Falcon at Avenged Savior. Player attempts to activate Al Ghul Mazera's effect, which will prevent the Savior from being destroyed by battle once. Swings with Bardiche. Rusty Bardiche. And swings with Gaga 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 Gaga. And then Arsenal Falcon for game. I'd been worried there for a bit when we activated Zombie World, but Ultimate Falcon is hard to beat. It's a good tower. Oh my Lanta, we have Crystal Beasts. Not a great opener for them neither. Player summons Lola, activates her effect. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit say bye-bye. That will just destroy, will not negate. So things will keep happening now. This will summon a Lola. Lola's effect will activate to summon another Kiss Kill. Special summons Blue. Blue add Jet. Sprite Blue and Live Twin Kiss Kill make Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite detached material. Summon Nightmare Corruptor Ibly. Oof. Ibly and Gigantic Sprite make Sprite Elf. Ibly's effect will activate to go to the opponent's field and lock them into Link Summoning. Special out Jet. Jet adds Sprite Starter. Activate Sprite Starter. Summoning Sprite Carrot. Special out Sprite Red. Red and Jet will make Artifact Dagda. Sprite Elf will summon back the Live Twin. Dagda will chain because the card effect was activated to set this Artifact Scythe. Kiss Kill come back. Kiss Kill and Lila make Evil Twin Kiss Kill. Evil Twin Kiss Kill. Summon back Lila. Those two make Evil Lila. Evil Lila. Target Kiss Kill. Bring her back. Use her effect to draw a card. Set a card and pass. I'm going to say right now, Crystal Beast is going to lose this one. Summons Sapphire Pegasus. Elf will chain, targeting Sprite Red. Ghost Ogre will chain to Sprite Elf's activation. Maxi will chain to Ogre's activation. Elf go bye-bye. Red come back. Pegasus set a Crystal Zenith. Swings at Dagda with Pegasus. Phone activate Mirror Force. Pegasus goes Spell and Trap Zone. Main phase 2. Scythe will pop by its own effect. And pass. Sprite player turn. Sprite Red and Evil Twin Lil link together for the second Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf will target Jet, tap to summon it back. Change Crystal Miracle to the effect activation. Destroying Pegasus. To negate and destroy Elf. Evil Twin Kiss Kill, use her effect, summon back Lil Lil's effect will activate to pop Kiss Kill. Kiss Kill's effect will activate to bring back Lil's effect will activate to bring back Kiss Kill, lets them draw a card. Summons another Sprite Carrot, swings with Dagda over Ibly, goes direct with Lil Carrot, Kiss Kill, and Carrot. Crystal Beast player might have a chance now. Draws for turn, draws Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. That could be it. Pegasus effect activate, setting Pegasus. Crystal Miracle's effect will activate, banishing itself because the card was set in the spell trap zone. Carrot's effect will activate, negating the effect by attributing Lil. His skill's effect will activate, summon back Lil. Miracle does not happen. Lil will summon back, which will pop the Pegasus on board. Player activates Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Using its effect to destroy Pegasus to add Crystal Beacon. Activate Crystal Beacon to summon Carbuncle. Carbuncle effect will activate, summon the Zenith and the Pegasus. Pegasus set Eagle in the zone. Rainbow Bridge of Heart bounce itself and Kiss Kill. Moves to battle. Pegasus swings at Carrot. One of them. Zenith will swing at the other Carrot. Main phase 2, activate Rainbow Bridge of Heart again. And pass. Match has gone on longer than I thought it would. Turn 5. Opponent will tribute all the opponent's player's monsters to summon Winged Dragon for Sphere mode. Dagda and Lil will then make Access Code Talker. Access Code will gain 2,000, targeting Dagda. Player summon Sprite Pixies, which will link together with Kiss Kill to make Evil Kiss Kill. Evil Kiss Kill will summon Evil Lil. Evil Lil will pop Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Access Code will banish Sprite Elf, pop Winged Dragon for move to battle, swing with Access Code for game. And the outcome was what was expected. The trip to get there was not. Not a bad match. Let's keep it going. Oh, we got Eldritch still running Skill Drain. Gross. Player uses Fluffle Bear, pitching itself in order to set Toy Vendor. A 60 card deck. Player activates Toy Vendor, using its effect, discarding Fluffle Wings. Reveals they draw Aluber. Aluber is discarded. Fluffle Wings will activate its effect, getting rid of itself, and Fluffle Bear to draw a card, and sending away Toy Vendor to draw another. Toy Vendor was sent away, will add a card, which is Fluffle Bear. Activates Branded in Red, adding Aluber back to hand. Then fusing Aluber with Albaz, make Lubellion. Lubellion loses its effect, pitching Edgem Chain, sending back Albaz and fusing itself with Albaz to make Mirror Jade. Edgem Chain's effect will activate to add Fright for Patchwork. Player then activates Fright for Patchwork, which will add a Polymerization and another Edgem Chain. They set one and pass. I expected more from a 60-card deck. Oh well. Eldritch player draws, sets 5 back row, and passes. Opponent's turn, opponent activates Fright for Patchwork, adds Polymerization, and Edgem Chain. That's all 3 accounted for. Then activates their set card, which was Toy Vendor. Activates Polymerization, fusing Edgem Chain with Fluffle Bear. making Fright Fur Cruel Whale, arguably one of the best Fright Furs. Cruel Whale's effect will activate to pop a card on each player's field. Item Chain will activate in the grave. Player will activate Skill Drain. Mirror Jade will activate its effect, sending away a card, which gets rid of their Cruel Whale. Cruel Whale not being on board allows it to resolve. Chain will add Fright Fur Patchwork. Cruel Whale will pop Toy Vendor and Skill Drain. Toy Vendor was popped, so let them add Fluffle Wings. Player sets a monster, activates Polymerization. Eldritch player activates Solemn Judgment. If you don't want to play the game, just don't play the game. Polymerization is stopped. Moving to battle, player will swing with Mirror Jade and will be hit by Compulse. Surprised they didn't use Dino-Miscus yet. Albion will add Branded Fusion to hand during the end phase and pass. Banishing actually wouldn't really help that much with how Branded works. Eldritch releases its effect, discarding itself and Hakero to send away the opponent's set card, which was Edge of Chain. Then banishes Hakero to set Elixir of Scarlet. Branded player activates Branded Fusion, fusing Fallen of Albas with Herald of Orange Light, making Albion the Branded. Albion uses its effect, fusing. Hey, card game. Welcome to the stream. Sending away Albaz and Edge of Chain to make Lubellion. Lubellion will pitch Despian Tragedy to fuse Albion and Fallen of Albaz to create Mirror Jade once more. Now moving to battle, swing with Mirror Jade, who will become pulsed once again. Mirror Jade will chain, send away an Albion, and banishing itself, dodging the compulse. Player swing with Albion, opponent will activate the Elixir of Scarlet. Branded player chains a Maxi, getting something out of it. Eldritch doesn't summon much, so they might as well. Eldritch is on board, and too big a booty to swing over. During main phase 2, player will use the effect of Albion the Shrouded, which will send away Branded Opening and return itself to the deck. And during the end phase, Albion the Branded will add Branded in Red, and then activate Branded in Red, returning Despian Tragedy to their hand. Fusing Tragedy with Lubellion and Mudora the Sword Oracle. Make Guardian Chimera, 1 on board and 2 on hand, use 1 pop and 2 draws. Despian Tragedy was also sent away, so they get to add a Despian monster, which will add another Alibur. Guardian Chimera draws 2, pops the set Dino-Miscus, and pass. 1 card off the top, Elixir of Black Awakening. They set it, use the Eldritch in their grave to send it to the grave, add Eldritch to their hand, then summon it bigger than ever. Now big enough to swing over Chimera, but not going to do that. Instead, they're going to overlay both Eldritch to make Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. Fire away. Gustav deals 2,000 damage, then proceeds to exceed even more. Going to Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Lieb. Lieb will detach a unit to gain 2,000 attack points, swings over Albion, and swings into the Chimera, just barely doing enough damage for game with 2,700 damage against 2,500 life. I was not expecting Eldritch to get the comeback there. I did not account for battle damage. Eldritch beats Ishizu Branded. Alright, looks like we got Labyrinth at first glance. Player activates Pot of Extravagance. Banishing 6. It's Labyrinth. Activates Pot of Duality. Looking at what they get. They grab Welcome Labyrinth. Summons Ariana. Set 5 back row. And pass. Opponent will special summon Dogmatica Ecclesia, then normal summon Moye. Moye will reveal Sword Soul Emergence. Player will chain Ghastly Glitch, targeting Moye, and then chain Welcome Labyrinth. Welcome Labyrinth will summon the lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Ghastly Glitch will send away a Kuklok and pop Moye. Moye does bring up the token. Ariana's effect will activate because a card was sent to the grave by a trap card, as will Lovely's effect. And player will chain Eradicator Epidemic Virus and declare spell cards, sending away Lovely. Pops 2. Lovely's effect will activate. They bring up another card in the opponent's hand, and Ariana will let them draw a card. Ecclesia will send herself away. Labyrinth player activates the Maxi they just got. Ecclesia will summon Sword Soul Taya. Taya and the token will then sync together. Make Boxia Brightness of the Yangzing. Boxia will use its effect, sending away both the opponent's set back row. Arch Nemesis Protoss will summon itself by banishing monsters. Declaring Dark, which gets rid of monsters. Boxia and Protoss will then swing. Labyrinth player down to 3,200. Let's see what they got. Draws Ash Bloss. Activates Pot of Extravagance. Banishing 6 more, drawing 2 more. Summon Ariana, who adds Labyrinth, which they activate. They then set Waking the Dragon and pass. If Sword Soul player just goes to battle, I think they've got this. Protoss declares Dark, pops the monsters, moves to battle, swings Buxia and Protoss for game. Sag. Sword Soul beats Labyrinth. We got more Sprite, because of course we do. Still top of the meta for now. Sets do pass. Not their best opener. Opponent is also running Sprite. Activates Sprite starters to bring out Sprite Blue. Sprite Blue's effect will attempt to activate, but the player will activate Imperm. I feel like that's the wrong time to use that. Because absolutely going to keep doing more. Special Summon Jet. Jet adds Gamma Burst. They're just going for the kill. Jet and Blue will make Gigantic. Gigantic detached unit, summon Swap Frog. Swap Frog send away Ronin Totem. Summons Ash Bloss. Ash Bloss and the Swap Frog will make Sprite Elf. Activates effect, targeting Swap Frog. Duelist A will chain called by targeting Swap Frog, so it will not be summoned back. Goodbye, Frog. Duelist B activates Gamma Burst. That feels premature. Swings with Big Elf and Big Gigantic. Not quite lethal, though. Duelist A down to 2,200. Duelist B sets 1 back row and passes. Player draws Ronin Totem. Summons Ronin Totem. Opponent activates Sprite Elf. That is unfortunate, because that's what the player wanted them to do. Elf brings back Blue. Blue will add Pixies. Player then activates Triple Tactics, using this to take control of an opponent's monster, which is Gigantic Sprite. Using Gigantic, they attach the unit from it to summon their own Sprite Blue. That will add Sprite Jet. Summon Sprite Jet. Jet will add Starter. Activate Starter. Opponent activates Artifact Lancia. Cards cannot be banished. That'll bring out Sprite Red. Opponent will pitch Pixies during the battle phase, and the player will pitch their own Pixies. Oh, and they slam their own face into the elf. So, Sprite player going second beat the one that goes first on the opponent's turn. This game is weird sometimes. We got Branded. Player activates Branded Fusion. Opponent chains Max C. Max C resolves, sends away Fallen of Albaz and Despot Tragedy, making Lubellion. Tragedy's effect will activate. Lubellion will chain, pitching Super Poly. That's a risk. Super Poly is the best card in the game. Uses Fallen of Albaz with Despot Tragedy to make Masquerade. Tax Dragon. Tragedy will add Aliber. Player activates Triple Tactics to draw 2. Summons Aliber. Aliber will add Branded Opening. Player activates Allure of Darkness, chaining Branded Opening. Ready opening, we'll pitch Edgem Chain to add Tragedy. Allure of Darkness, draw 2. Banish a Tragedy. Edgem Chain will let them add Fright for Patchwork. Activate Fright for Patchwork, adding Polymerization and Edgem Chain. Activate Polymerization, fusing Tragedy with Alibur. Is this a second Tax Dragon? It sure is. They then set Branded Banishment and pass. During the opponent's draw phase, they fire off a Max C, activate Branded Banishment, targeting Tragedy. Tragedy is on the board. Tragedy and Lubellion are going to fuse together for the third Tax Dragon. It's tax season, baby! Tragedy for being used as fusion material will let them add Alibur, or for being sent or banished. Player summon a Gamma Seal, tributing 1 Tax Dragon. So now they're only under 2. Mathmech Circular will activate. Pay 1200. Pay 1200 to activate Mathmech Subtraction, making the Gamma Seal they gave them smaller. Circular attempts to use its effect to add Mathmech Billion Blade Nada. Mathmech Which one was that? Sigma. Sigma that's employed by Circular Beginning. Summon itself back, paying 1200. Sync them all together for final Sigma. Masquerade in the Grave will summon itself back. Player will activate the Nata, equipping it to Sigma. Sigma will swing at Gamma Seal. Player's down to 800. They attack again, they'll lose. Player has to stop as they're down to 800 life points. Right now, activating anything will burn them out. Player summons Alibur, Jester of Despia, adding Brain Infusion. Activates Allure of Darkness. Draw 2, banish 1, banishing Tragedy. Tragedy was sent to the graveyard or banished by card effect, which will add Dramaturge. Activates Branded in red, adding Alibur back to hand. Alibur and their returned Masquerade, along with Edgem Chain. Returned Masquerade, Dramaturge, and Edgem Chain will then fuse together for a Guardian Chimera. Dramaturge will activate, as will Guardian Chimera. Pop 1, draw 2. Sigma can't be destroyed like that, it's unaffected, and it towers. Activates Allure of Darkness. You got a lot of cards. Activates Theater of the Branded. Theater of the Branded will fuse Alibur and Ecclesia the Virtuous for Despian Queritus. Dramaturge will activate its effect. It is still unable to affect Sigma. It is still a towers. Stop trying to negate it. That's not how this works. He just punches over it instead, finally with Chimera. Then goes direct with other monsters for game. Tax season beats Mathmech. Tax season beats us all, really. It's an unfair matchup. We got Nimble Sprite. Player activates Fire Formation Tenki, adding Fractale. Fractale will pitch itself, send away Kit. Kit was sent away, she sends away Nerval. Nerval was sent away, adds Kit. Summon the Beaver, Beaver add Beaver. Special summons Jet, which will add Starter. Activate Starter to summon Carrot. Jet and Beaver will then overlay, make Gigantic Sprite. Use a Gigantic Sprite to summon Blue. Blue add Red. Alright, keep yawning, it's too early in the day for this. Gigantic and Blue then link together, make Sprite Elf. Special Carrot. Use Elf to summon back Kit. Kit will banish Nerval and Fractale. Summon Ancient Warrior's Double Dragon. Then Beaver and Kit will make IP Masquerena. Did I say that guy's name right? Yeah, Double Dragon Lords. Set to back row and passes. During the opponent's draw phase, fire off the Max C. Opponent will chain Salamangreat Circle. Carrot will negate the circle by getting rid of red. Standby phase, main phase. Player summons Salamangreat Foxy. Elf will chain to bring back red. Foxy effect. Excavate. And add Fusion of Fire. Double Dragon will get rid of Tenki to return Foxy to the hand. Player activates Fusion of Fire. IP Master. I did not know Fusion of Fire was a card that existed. IP Masquerain will activate. Mix Apo Bow. 3-stack Apo. Fusion of Fire will fuse Salamangreat Spinny with the just summoned Appaloosa, making Salamangreat Violet Chimera. If Scratch fusions when you make this card again, take equal to half the combined original attack of the materials used, which Apo doesn't have a baseline attack, so it gains nothing from that. Instead, it just gains half of Spinny, which is 500. 3,300 ain't bad. Interesting. Very interesting. Moves to battle, Violet Chimera will swing over the Elf. And pass. Sprite player turn. Special app Jet. Jet adds Sprite Smasher. Turn Sprite Red to attack mode. Player summons Kit. Kit banish 3. Summons a Rugal. Rugal and Kit then link together. Make access code talker. Foil rare. Access code target Rugal. Rugal was sent to the graveyard. Its effect will activate to reduce the stats of the opponent's monsters. Kit was also sent, so her effect will activate, sending away another Nerval. Rugal reduces them by a bit. And they get to add Fractale. Access code banish Apobo, pop Spinny. Access code banish Rugal, pop Chimera. Move to battle. Swing with Jet, swing with Red, and swing with Access. Salamangreat player is down to 200. Player sets Sprite Smashers and passes. Player summons Foxy again, attempts to use its effect, but will be hit by Ash Blossom this time. Ash Blossom is stopped by Called By. Foxy resolves, shows Spinny, Will of the Salamangreat, and Circle. Adds Will of the Salamangreat. Links off Foxy into a Balinx. Activates Salamangreat Sanctuary. Then activates Will of the Salamangreat. Using Will, summons back the Violet Chimera. Moving to battle. Balinx will swing at Access Code. What just happened? He pitched Prohibit Snake. That's new to me. Also looks like Silicobra from Pokemon Swish. At the start of the damage step, if your Cyrus Link monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, return the opponent's monster to the hand. When your Cyrus monster destroys the opponent's monster at battle and sent to the graveyard while the card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card from the grave, then target one level 4 lower Cyrus in your grave, add to your hand. You can use each effect of Prohibit Snake once per turn. That's not a bad card. Chimera then swings at Sprite Red, and player will activate Sprite Smashers, getting rid of their Sprite Starters, and Jet, banishing the Chimera. Salamangreat player passes. They're down to 200, and the opponent has enough damage on board. Player summons Fractale, making this drag out longer than it needs to. Fractale banishes 2, makes Bearbrum. Swing with Fractale into Balinx for game. Try Sprite, beats Salad. Orcus Danger PK. Opponent summons Sunseed Genus Loci. Makes Sun Avalon Dryas. Dryas effect will activate to add Sunvine Sowing. Activate Sunvine Sowing. Summon Sunseed Twin. Twin will target the Loci in the grave and attempt to summon it back. They took damage, so Dryas will activate to summon Thrasher. That's wrong. Would have been Healer. Thrasher and Dryas will then link together. Make Aromaseraphine Jasmine. Links off the Sunseed Twin for another Sun Avalon Dryas. Link off Genus Loci. Sunvine Healer, you're doing it wrong. Healer will target Dryas, gain 300. They gain life points, so Jasmine will let them add Rika Princess. They then tribute the healer in order to summon a Rika Petal. Petal add Primula the Rika Fairy. Then Snowdrop will tribute her, summon herself and a Mudan. Monster was tributed, so Primula's effect will activate. She'll summon herself. Mudan will add Rika Konkon. Activates it. Then summons Rika Princess. Overlays her and Primula to make Strenna. Snowdrop and Mudan will then overlay to make Teardrop. So this is not the driest Sun Avalon cards that I know. This is more heavily Rika. Links together his Link monsters to make Melius. Melius will summon back Genus Loci. Genus Loci and the Melius will then make Bengal Lancer. Strenna will detach material to return Genus Loci to the hand. Rika Konkon will let them set Rika Sheet. And pass. Not a terrible board to end on. Duelist A draws Monster Reborn. Sets Orcish Crescendo. Activates Foolish Burial, sending away the Orchestrated Nightmare. Sets another. Activates Nessie. Chains Rika Princess because upon activated effect, shovels her back into the deck, tributes one of their monsters, and negate. Monster is tributed though, so Snowdrop will gain effect. Dangers aren't once per turn. The effect of Strenna will activate because she was tributed. While she had Xyz material, so they can bring out Sacred Tree Beast Hyperiton, and equip her as material. Nessie activates again. Orcus Symbol Skeleton is hit. Nessie hits the board. Draw one. Snowdrop will activate to tribute Nessie. Gains more attack stat. Player summons Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. Bengal Lancer will bounce it back to the hand. Player activates Monster Reborn, targeting Nessie. Nessie on board again. Orcus Symbol Skeleton will banish itself, targeting the Orcus Nightmare, summoning that to the field. 2 level 7s. Player activates Rika Sheet, chaining Rika Konkon's effect to tribute the opponent's monster, and they take control of the Nightmare. PK player passes turn. During the end phase, Rika Petal comes back to the field, and Nightmare goes back to its owner's field. Bengal Lancer will bounce the Nightmare. Player summons Genus Loci. Rika Petal will turn into Sun Avalon Dryas. Player activates Cosmic Cyclone, getting rid of the Orcus Crescendo, moves to battle, swing with Snowdrop, swing with Bengal Lancer, and swing with Hyperiton. Duelist A is at 100, but a comeback is possible. You just gotta believe. Summons Torn Scales. Torn Scales is immediately bounced by Bengal Lancer. Player passes. Comeback not possible. Rika player turn, moves right to battle. Thank you for saving this whole time. Swing for game. Sun Avalon Rika beats Danger PK Orcus Pile. Wouldn't be surprised if you had a Shizu cards in there. We got Ocean Control this time around. Opponent summons Mathmech Diameter. Uses the effect of Subtraction, summoning itself by reducing Diameter's attack stat. Overlays the 2 into Pre-Mathmech Alimbertion. Using Alimbersion's effect, attaching 2 materials to add a Mathmech card to hand, it will be hit by Imperm. However, it was made using Diameter, so that it gets 1 Omni negation this turn. It will negate the Imperm. Alimbersion will add Circular. Circular reads its effect, sending away a Sigma, summoning itself. Alimbersion will tribute itself. And player will chain Ghost Bell to their own card. Alimbersion negated. Sigma's effect will blend summon itself. Then Circular will add Superfactorial. Circular will turn to Link Disciple. Sigma will turn to Link Devotee. Its effect will activate with Disciple Chaining, distributing it to draw and send the card back. They get 2 tokens then because the card was distributed. Token and Disciple will make Splash Mage. Splash Mage will target Circular, bring that back. Circular and Token will make IP Masquerena. That's 1 and passes. That felt like a very weak turn to me. I could be wrong though. Player draws Ocean Dragon Lord Kairyu-Shin, activates Pot of Extravagance, banishing 6, drawing 2. Activates Feather Duster. Player will chain Superfactorial in response. Going for the Xyz summon. Summons back Circular, Subtraction, and Diameter. This will have an Omni Negate on it, making Premath Mech Laplacian. Feather Duster sweeps up for nothing. Laplacian will detach a unit to get rid of 1 random card from the opponent's hand, which is Ash Blossom. Warrior of Atlantis will pitch itself. Laplacian will use the negation given to it by Diameter to say no. Ocean Control sets C Stealth Attack, which is just a fake out at this point, and passes. Opponent's turn, activates Feather Duster. Mathmech's got this one pretty well under control. Splash Mage will target the Subtraction, summon that back. Then Splash and Subtract will make Transcode Talker. Oh, this is over. Transcode will target Splash Mage, bring that back. Make Access Code Talker. Access Code will target Transcode, gain 3,000 attack points, set a back row for no reason. Swing for 300, swing for 2,000, and 800 is 100 more than they need. Game. Mathmech beats Ocean Control. We got Punks. Opponent sets 2 back row in the Pendulum Zone, so they're not playing Pendulum, and passes. Punk player draws, activates E-Telly. E-Telly brings out Wagon. Wagon will pay 600 to add a card, but will be stopped by Effect Veiler. Wagon will chain because the Punk monster was targeted to draw a card. And they get called by. That would have been nice to have a second ago. Wagon is stopped though. Player creates instant contact, bringing out a Aquanios. Aquanios and Wagon are going to sync together for Baron de Fleur. Baron will pop 1 back row, which is Exosister Vadis, which will chain response. Baron will activate to negate the Vadis from resolving. Baron's 1 negation is used. Player summons Zeamin, paying 600. The opponent will chain called by, targeting Wagon. Hi, Wagon. Zeamin will add Gear Note. Ogre Dance will use its effect, discarding itself to add Shirakusai. Gear Note will reveal Shirakusai, special summon it, and send itself to the graveyard. Shirakusai will then pay 600 to fuse itself with Zeamin, making Rising Carp. Zeamin will send to the graveyard and will boost Rising Carp's attack stat. Doesn't really matter. Then tributes Rising Carp to summon Gear Note and another in their first Madam Spider. Sync those 2 together for Risen Dragite. Gear Note will send to the graveyard and will summon back Ogre Dance. They have lethal on board. Swing with Dragite, swing with Baron, and swing with Ogre Dance per game. Punk Pile beats Attempted Exosister. Another self-destruct deck. Activates Popper Up, pitching 4. Opponent activates Curry Photon. Player activates Cup of Ace, gets the heads, Activates Cup of Ace. Tails. Summons Garbage Lord. Summons the Gizmek, or the Majestic Mech Goku, and blows himself up. I think those two self-destruct decks looking at each other funny. Another Metaphys. 2 in one day? That feels illegal. Activates Gold Sark. Sending away a Necroface. Necroface, say banish. Summons Metaphys Ragnarok. Banish some more. Metaphys Ascension was banished, so we'll let them add a card, but it's stopped by Ash Blossom. Metaphys player passes turn. Strongest Metaphys player on board. Opponent summons Machina Gear Frame, which will add Machina Fortress. Pitches some monsters to summon the Gear Frame, or summon the Fortress, I should say. I already had Gear Frame out. Link the two together for Ancient Gear Ballista. Ballista will add Ancient Gear Box. Ancient Gear Box was added, so its effect will trigger. Adding Infinitrack Tunneler. Sends away Tunneler and the box, summon back the Fortress once more. Fortress and Ballista then link together, making Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon. Auroradon summon tokens. Auroradon tribute itself and a token for O-Lion. O-Lion and token then sync together. Make Excel Synchron. O-Lion summon another token. Excel Synchron send away Jet Synchron, adjust level. Excel Synchron and token sync together for level 9. Karakuri Super Shogun model number 00N Burobu. That will summon a Watchdog. Watchdog and token then sync together. Make Shogun model 0 Beret. I know I said one of their names wrong. Yeah, your Burebu, your Beret. Also brings out Karakuri Gamma model. Shiro Kunishi. Beret will turn itself to defense mode, monstrous change mode, so then the Burebe will get rid of Ragnarok, then makes the Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon will target the Auroradon, making itself really big. Jet Synchron, pitch a card, add itself back. Oh, he's so close to lethal. Swings with everyone. Opponent is down to 450. Jet Synchron and Burebe will then sync together. Baron de Fleur. One Omni Negate and destroy. One Negation. One Omni Negation. And I am forgetting to narrate some things that he's doing here. He's doing weird things. Activates Machina Overdrive. Banish the script in the graveyard. Target 3 machines that are banished under graveyard. Shuffle them in the deck. Draw 1 card. So it's Pot of Avarice at home. Sending back Regulus, Fortress, and Tunneler. Use the effect of Tunnelers on resolution that happens. Activates Machina Redeployment. Discarding a card, adding 2 Machina monsters with different names. Adding Ruin Force. And Citadel. Pitching Citadel to summon back Fortress. Banishing a couple to bring back Ruin Force. Metaphys player's turn. Machina player shotguns a Max C. Metaphys player activates Soul Release. That's an old card. Banish 5 cards from the opponent's grave. Activates Asymmetrophys. Symmetrophys. I hate these names. I hate Metaphys. Player summons Timebreaker Magician. Pops itself and the opponent's Warlord Savage. Passes turn. Machina player turns to attack mode. Swings the Fortress for game. Was never in doubt that Machina had that one in the bag. It's not a question of how, it was a question of when. We got Dragon Maid. Someone's Dragon Maid. Summons Parlor Dragon Maid, who sends away Kitchen, activates Dragon Maid Hospitality, brings back Kitchen, sends away Tin Kek. Kitchen was then summoned. Add Dragon Maid Lorpar, discard Lorpar. Sets another card, and pass. They have set downtime and imperm. Not a great board. Opponent summons Lava Golem by triggering their monsters, activates Cosmic Cyclone, targeting the set downtime, activates downtime in response. Opponent activates Runic Flashing Fire, targeting the Lava Golem they gave them. Opponent activates Runic Dispelling, summoning Hugin. Hugin will attempt to add the field spell by discarding a card, which is Whitebeard. Plunder Runic. Hugin will be hit by Imperm. Whitebeard's effect will activate and be stopped by Ash Blossom. Duel Speed is out of cards. Duelist A will skip the battle phase because that's what Runic does, and pass. Player draws Monster Reborn. Activates it, targeting Kitchen Dragon Maid. Kitchen hits the board. Adds Nurse Dragon Maid. Nurse Dragon Maid go bye-bye. Moving to battle, Kitchen will tag out for Tin Kek. Tin Kek swing over Hugin. Hugin will go back to the extra deck. End of battle phase. Tin Kek will swap back out for Kitchen. Player pass. Runic player turn. Activates Runic Slumber, summoning Jerry. Pass turn. Kitchen Dragon Maid player draw Maxi, move to battle. Kitchen swap out for Tin Kek. Tin Kek swing over Jerry. Jerry will pop Tin Kek. Main phase 2, player summons Kitchen. Adds Chamber. Discard Chamber for cost of activating Kitchen. That is the actual effect. Pass turn. Runic player activate Runic Slumber. Dragon Maid player activate Max C. Not Slumber, Golden Droplet. What am I saying? Summon back Hugin. Max C draw card, which is Max C. Player pitches card, adds Runic Fountain. They pitched Bluebeard. Activates Runic Fountain. No quick play in hand. Dragon Maid still has a chance. Player draws Dragon Maid Welcome. Moves to battle. Kitchen tags out for her Lorpar. Lorpar swing over. Hugin effect. Go back to extra deck. Lorpar add itself back to hand. Kitchen summoned. Not using her effect this time. Dragon Maid passes. Runic player sets a back row. Player enters battle phase. Kitchen swap out for Tin Kek. End of battle. Tin Kek swap out for Kitchen. Pass to Dragon Maid. Activate Pot of Avarice. Target Parlor, Ash Blossom, Nurse, Chamber, and Maxi. Opponent activate Plunder Patrol Booty. Chaining Kitchen's attribute to Divine. And summoning Whitebeard. Dragon Maid player activate Hospitality. Summons out Lorpar, send away Parlor. Summons another Kitchen. Player activates Whitebeard's effect. Dragon Maid player chain Max C. They get Plunder Patrol Battleship Bram. Dragon Maid player adds Nurse, pitches Tin Kek. Hospitality. Welcome will add Hospitality back. Move to battle phase. Kitchen swap out for Tin Kek. Swing over Bran. Swing direct with Kitchen. During the end phase, they control and Plunder Patrol monsters, so their card goes away. Runic player turn. Enter the battle phase. End of battle phase. Tin Kek swap out for Kitchen. This is about to be all wrapped up in a bow. Turns their monster to attack mode. Uses Welcome to target Parlor. Add her back. Summons Parlor. Parlor sends away Dragon Maid Changeover. Changeover will turn itself to the hand and bounce Kitchen to the hand. Activate Changeover. Using Kitchen and Tin Kek to make Sheo. Battle phase. Parlor will swap out for the Tin Kek Engrave. Sheo go direct. Lorpar direct for game. Dragon Maid beats Plunder Runic. Not a particularly exciting match. I feel like neither deck was really playing at full potential with the way they were set up. It was pure Dragon Maid, which I respect, but it was not the strongest Dragon Maid. And we got heroes. Opponent uses Water Enchantress, banishing herself to add Rite of Aramasir. Activate the right, summon the token, activate Fateful Adventure. Fateful Adventure, add Wandering Griffin Rider. Discard Malicious. Wandering Griffin Rider, summon self. Fateful Adventure, add Draco back to hand. Malicious, banish self, summon the twin. Player summons Max C, links that and Malicious together. Make Verte Anaconda. Verte, change token's attribute to dark. Link Verte with the token. Make Rusty Bardiche. This is unusual. Bardiche will send away Ancient Cloak, set Fogblade. Ancient Cloak will banish self. Add Silent Boots. Silent Boots will summon. Silent Boots and Wandering Griffin Rider link together. Make Dagda. Got it. It's a weird scythe block. Silent Boots, banish self. Add Fogblade. Set Fogblade, probably. And pass. Player draws Droplet. Uses Ferris, pitching Shadow Mist. Opponent activates Max C. Called by on the Max C. Dagda chaining because stuff is happening. Forbidden Droplet, getting rid of polymerization, and called by, negating both the opponent's monster's effects, and reducing their stats. Dagda does not resolve, no scythe for you. That is Max C. Hero player is doing this pretty well. Ferris is eventually summoned. Ferris on summon will activate its effect. Shadow Mist was sent to the graveyard, so her effect will activate. Adding Vion. That feels wrong. Ferris will set Increase. Increase will tribute Ferris. Summon itself. Fogblade activates. Increase does not get to summon. Instead, the normal summon Vion. That is hit by Fogblade as well. But they've got one card left and it's all they need. Activates Fusion Destiny. Sending away Malicious and Denier. For the mighty Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. I'm something of a Phoenix Enforcer myself. Player will banish Malicious to summon its twin. Malicious and Increase will link together to make Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader will target Malicious, summon it back. Then tribute Malicious, add Honest Neos. Denier in the grave will return itself to the field. Target the banished Malicious, return it to the deck. Then Cross Crusader and Vion are going to be linked together to make Dread Decimator. I just wrote something word about weird. Word about weirds. Word about words. The past tense of link is linked, but the past tense of sink is not synced. It is sunk. Therefore, I'm going to say that he lunked those monsters together to make Dread Decimator. He summons another Malicious by banishing Malicious. The new Malicious swings over the Bardiche. Denier swings over Dagda. Dread Decimator attempts to go direct. Player will banish Fogblade to summon back Rusty Bardiche. And he will punch over it with Dread Decimator. DPE goes direct, pitching Honest Neos to boost it up by 2,500 and for a 5,000 flat game. Hero beats Phantom Knight. And on that stellar display of how to play heroes, I'm going to call the end of the video there. You cut the stream. Thanks for watching. And to catch the replay, thanks for that too. And hey, let's hear it for another year of Watch and Learn. Goodbye.